because the whole world is on fire, I think we've all declared that August is now part of spooky season. Like, once it turns August, I officially declare that once it turns August 1st, we go into spooky season, and we get 3 months of it. Hey, Christmas fans, you guys crawl up our assholes every late October, and you basically just have declared that Thanksgiving is pregame for Christmas. You've confiscated all of November. So you know what? If I see Christmas commercials in October, then by God, Halloween stuff can happen in August. So eat my ass. Sorry, it gets me so mad. Anyway, we're actually going to talk about something nice. So I like to do this story every so often because I think it's fun. It's cute. It's just this cute little story, and I do need to get back into fanfiction ideas. And, you know, I don't really have the energy to do a lot of them, but I do need to, like, get back in the swing of things, if I'm being honest. Like, that's kind of the big thing, is that I need to get back into... I need to get back into doing them, or I'm never going to be able to do them again. So we're going to start off with so we're going to do something a little simple today, and that is this little story I like to bring back every so often. That is the Scrooge McDuck Spookorama, or whatever, Spook Show Showcase, something like that. I don't know. You'll see the title when I've post this. You'll see what I decide on. Basically, it's just kind of like a parody of... It's like... this is like something Disney would create. Like, this is something like Disney would straight up create to make more money. I mean, generate views and also capture magic. Anywho, so this is just kind of like a parody of like a variety hour, using all the characters from the TV shows and having them do like a variety... Like one of those variety hour kind of shows, or something like The Muppets, or... other series. And it's basically like Scrooge McDuck basically brings together all these characters and is just like, hey, we're going to do like a big Halloween spooktacular, and we're going to like show it to the masses. And all it is just a bunch of characters singing different songs that are connected to Halloween, or Halloween-ish. So... and also some variety shows in between. And that's really all this is. That's really all this thing is. It's nothing really big. It's nothing deep. It's just something simple. So basically the story begins with, like, McDuck, Halloween is a growing market. People love to get scared. And I decided I've bought some airtime for a 90-minute special on a certain major network. Huey goes, does this network have a mouse as a mascot? And he goes, shut up, boy. But he's like, look, this will give us this is going to generate a lot of revenue for McDuck Industries, and I've basically pulled some strings to get some other guests on the show to do songs And from there on out, they're getting together characters from Gravity Falls, Amphibia, Owl House, Randy Cunningham, Kim Possible, all these characters. And if you're wondering why they're just now crossing over, like, is there a reason? No. Think of it kind of like a more updated version of the Chibi-verse cartoons. But anyway, essentially what it is that they bring all these characters together, and Scrooge just... It's basically like the Muppet Show. It's time to play the music. It's time to hit the lights. It's time to start the show on the something. And that would be like Launchpad trying to like sing the Muppet song, and then out of nowhere they just go, oh, and I thought the parody would be better. Actually, it's worse. Oh, and everyone looks up. It's Stantler and Waldorf in the crowd in the stage, and they're like, Uncle Scrooge, did you rent out the Muppet Theater? Yeah, they came. Unfortunately, they came with it, but they paid. So we do have. So yes, this story is not to be taken serious, because you have Stantler and Waldorf watching the whole show, like watching the whole show and commentating on it. So the first one to do a song, like Scrooge introduces it, and it's his nephews. They're the first ones to do that, and it's the Monster Mash. They do the Monster Mash, and everyone's applauding in the crowd and things like that. And then we go to our next segment, which is actually provided by Dipper, Mabel, and everyone else at Gravity Falls. And this one is actually the Time Warp from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And they all dress up as the characters from Rocky Horror Picture Show. And just as Stan is about to like throw off, like he's been wearing like a robe the whole time, and he's just like at the end of the song, he was like, "Oh, that was Scrooge is like, oh, that was great, guys. But why is Stan wearing a robe this whole time?" And he goes, "I thought we were doing the other song from the play. I didn't have time to change." Oh. So the next one is I think my girlfriend is Luz singing to Amity, and the whole play is just like the whole scene is just her singing about Amity with the song "I Think My Girlfriend Is a Witch." And it's all cute and things like that. Then we have Ida, who does a rendition of "You're Dead," the song "You're Dead," which you probably heard from What We Do in the Shadows. Then the next one is Randy Cunningham, and he does a version of the song "Pet Cemetery" by the Ramones. He's just out there singing the song, and in the scene he's doing it in, it's all like these. Just to add to it, he went to a pet cemetery and used the art of healing to bring back dead animals, so he could add to the song. So as he's singing the song, like all these dead animals are like crawling out of the graves and shit. Following that, Wendy gets back on, and Wendy's like, "Well, I do have a song, but like I don't know if I'm like brave enough to sing it." And Dipper's just like, "Oh, you can do it, hun. You can, whatever song it is, it's gonna be great." And she goes, "Well, I do have one. It's it's an old one though, but I hope that's okay with everybody." And they're like, "Yeah, sure, go on." And then she's just like, "Hit it!" And lights go out, lights come back on, and she's dressed like Jessica Rabbit, and she's got all these like skeletons behind her doing like the jazz part, the music, and it's the song is "The Headless Horseman." So she does that, and immediately when Dipper sees her dressed as Jessica Rabbit, he immediately just out like I wish I could snap my fingers, but like he's just out like a light. So he wakes up and he's like, "Was the song good?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, it was good." Then we have like Launchpad, who does "Superstitious" by Stevie Wonder. He does that. He does his version, and the reason why the entire set he's on just falls apart because he's getting all the bad luck. Then we have Kim and Ron, who do a duet of "Sweet Dreams" by the Eurythmics. Then we have what was it? Then it's just one big show. It is just one big show, and it gets more and more chaotic as the thing goes on. As for in between non-singing sets, there's basically there's a Huey, Dewey, and Louie get together to do a version of Mystery Science Theater, and they're all riffing Night of the Living Dead. Like they all just riff the three of them just riff Night of the Living Dead. Then they have a segment that's a parody of the opening scene from the Twilight Zone movie, but it's with Stan and Ida. And Ida's just like, "You want to see something really scary, Stanley?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure." And she just makes herself into the owl beast and attacks him. And it's like it cuts away, and then we cut back to the backstage, and Stan is just all shredded, and he's just like, "You said she wasn't gonna hit me," and he goes, "Well, you are her ex-husband." So yeah, it's nothing really major. It's nothing. And for the final scene, they all get together to do Thriller. That's how the story ends. I do also have that, like, for another opening act, they do This Is Halloween, because you gotta. And there's another scene of Anne, Sasha, and Marcy dressed as the Sanderson sisters singing "I Put a Spell on You." So they have a lot. So yeah, this isn't meant to be like like anything big. It's just and this cute. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's the story. You guys tell me in the comments below what you guys think of it, and what other segments and songs would you like to see be sung in this variety hour? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.